Before this video starts, I just want to say I am sorry. And the reason why I didn't post the other 3 days, if I'm correct, like I said a few videos back, marching season, it's a tough thing. But also I was sick those past few days. I was sick for Halloween. So just wanted to say it was nothing with y'all. I didn't forget. I really wanted to record. But now, let's get on to the video. Well, it's time. Where'd you come from? It's time to continue with the story that y'all have been waiting for. The only second. Alright. So last we left off, the gang, the 7, they finally broke into Kitco. Look, I don't care what it's going to take to make the system owned by Kitco. We just need these tunnels so we can get around for the big project that we are planning for. How do we get past him? That looks like the way to get to Kitco. There is paint on the wall that says Kitco, and there is no other way. Eli gets cut off and Levi says, wait, why don't I just jump over to the other side and distract them? Then Eli says, go for it. Levi jumps over to the other side and claps his hands, but they catch him, and they start to run and somehow get away from the man, and finally end up in Kitco. We made it. What now? Connor says. Levi looks for anything out. Let's look for anything out of the ordinary or strange. Lindsay, go with Olivia. Steven, go with Levi. Connor, you're with me. And Chloe, go with Olivia. And Lindsay, go with Olivia and Lindsay. Alright, let's spread out. Time goes by, and Steven and Eli find a room with jars filled with a glowing blue substance. Well, there's something that you don't see every day. This looks like something that you would put in the water to make it more pure, Steven says. Looks like there's a recording sheet. Jones report. It's day 9 and I'm supposed to be checking out on the kids. But there's this one kid that has been escaping every night. I'm about to get rid of him on day 17, but the big man upstairs does not know about it. Day 17 is the day I'm going to take him to the reality room where his life is in his hands. Steven and Eli are confused. There's kids here, Steven says. Meanwhile, Levi finds a map of the town and the building, and he finds a spot on the map that says, you're here. Levi takes the map, but notices something. If there's another part of the map, that says Kid Zone, and Levi's confused. Kid Zone. I guess I better go see what it is. Olivia finds a bunch of stray jackets, and Lindsay finds drawings of a bunch of kids. Chloe's walking down to the kids center, and whatever that is, I think it's right down this hall. So Levi and Chloe go through the doors of the kids center and see something that they would put them both in shock for the next week. So Chloe and Levi run, but everyone else is behind them. A Kitco employee catches them, and Eli says, run. So they all run for the sewer, and Connor says, what was that? I don't know, but it was nothing good, Eli says. What's Kitco's plan? Olivia says. I don't know, but it's nothing good. Good. Eli says, head back to the fairgrounds now. I'll be right behind you. Eli leaves the sewer, and now they're back to the fairgrounds. Now I'll be right behind you. Wait. Sorry, y'all. Back at the fairgrounds, Eli says, what in the world was that? I don't know, but it looked like the missing kids, Olivia says. All clues lead up to Kitco, Connor says. How do you know that? Chloe says. Well, in my mind, it's kind of like a puzzle. First, Eli says he hears screaming at night passing Kitco. Second, ever since Kitco came into town, kids have been going missing near Kitco. And third, have you noticed that Kitco uses white vans? Connor says. Good thinking, Connor, Olivia says. Who has been missing these past few weeks? Eli says. Well, let's head back into town and see who's missing. Olivia and Eli go into town. Eli finds the first 3 missing posters with the names Aaron, Adam, and Colton. Olivia finds a poster with the names Noah, Bryce, and Asher. Meanwhile, back at the fairgrounds, Levi is running laps around the arena. Bro, can you stop? Please. Connor says. I can't. It's like once I start, I can't stop, Levi says. Time, you stopped running, Chloe says, as she emerges from the dark corner of the arena. How did you get up there? Connor says. Confused. I have my ways around the arena, Chloe says. Wait, where did Lindsay and Steven go? Connor says. Oh, they went backstage. They said they went to go find a place to call it a night and go to bed, Connor says. Wait, we're not going home, Chloe says. Meanwhile, backstage, Steven, did you find anything yet? Lindsay says, I found a pile of sleeping bags with a wet smell on them, and I don't know why. Steven says, they should work out as long as they don't have a hole in them, and should be fine to sleep in. Did you find a room for the 7 of us to sleep in? Lindsay says. Yes, it's right down this hall, to the left. The room should be called the green room, and if I'm correct, there should be multiple dressing rooms. Meanwhile, back in town, Eli is sitting down at the coffee shop with Olivia, looking at the missing posters and looking back at the memory of looking at the kids' center. Meanwhile, a person is going around putting other missing posters up, and Olivia and Eli run over to see who else was taken. There were 2 more people, Piper and Samantha. I was wondering why she didn't show up, Olivia says, looking at the missing poster. We need to take this to the police, Olivia says. No, we can't. What do we tell them? That we're breaking and entering on private property? Then we'll be the ones in jail, Eli says. Good thinking. It's probably a good idea to head back to the fairgrounds and get some rest, Olivia says. Eli gives her the thumbs up, and they start heading back to the fairgrounds. Meanwhile, at the fairgrounds, backstage, Steven and Lindsay are making it feel more at home, turning every green room look more at home. Alright. Now every green room looks more at home. I think it's time we let the rest know that the rooms are ready. Steven says, okay, I'll let them know. Lindsay says, hey guys, the rooms are ready. Lindsay says. Olivia and Eli arrive at the arena and are heading backstage with the rest of the group. Alright everyone, before we all pass out tonight, I just want to say, whatever we've seen, we'll get to the bottom of it, and I promise you, we will. Alright, time to hit the hay. Good night, everyone. Let's try and get some sleep. Through the night, there was a series of sounds like humming and footsteps. In the morning, Stephen and Levi head into town and see a white van. Stephen crouches over a pile of trash cans and sees another kid named Bryce, Levi's brother. And I think that's where we will stop for now. I know we stopped at a very short point here, but I promise you I will probably read some more this time November, maybe tomorrow, maybe sometime this week. So if I don't post in a few days, I haven't forgotten. Alright? I haven't forgotten. So y'all don't worry if I don't post, because I promise you, I haven't forgotten. I have not forgotten. And for now, you know what? Y'all want to see a teaser for the second book? I think y'all deserve it. We're waiting this long. 3, 2,